Hold on. Oh,
Now
that's not gonna work.
Kyle is now ready in 3, 2, 1.
You're not drinking any ice out of a cup, right?
That's what he was just shaking.
Dude, I got the fucking sun right in my eye.
Nice.
How am I supposed to do a multi-billion-dollar podcast?
You should just include all this.
Well, I don't know. You can figure that out after you do this podcast. Oh.
Oh, burners.
I need blinds.
Oh.
Start it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Welcome back, everybody, to the PTFO podcast, episode number 3. Glad to have. Fuck that. Start over on that shit.
Nah, you gotta keep that.
Glad to have you. Glad to fucking have you. Where did it even come from?
All right, try again. Take 2. Ready, action.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to the PTFO podcast, episode number 3. My name is Jimmy, or otherwise known as Chaos, and with me, I have Kyle.
Hey.
I have Colby.
Set.
And I have Bernsey.
Hi.
And we are going to probably waste an hour of your life, but hopefully it'll be beneficial and you will be a better person after watching this. We want to say really quick to everybody that listens to us on YouTube and iTunes and Google Play, we appreciate it. We see the reviews coming in on iTunes, and we really appreciate it. We may be at 100 reviews, 5-star reviews, by the time this episode goes up. If you're new, somehow you got here and you have no clue how and you don't know who the fuck we are, well, stick around, and you will be getting a new show every Wednesday and Sunday, and they usually come out a couple hours early on iTunes, so that gives you a little incentive to subscribe over there if you want to catch it early. And I think we're just going to jump into this shit. I think
Yeah,
we
you
got
wanna
Holy fuck, you took forever. Jesus Christ.
was that not a solid cut? Was that not
that
good?
was beautiful.
I mean, that was like an hour and a half intro.
I do that
It
shit
is
off the
beauty.
top of my head. Give me some credit.
That was
I mean,
It almost was like you were reading it, but you didn't, like you were reading it well like an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy, if anything ever fizzles out, man, you have a definite future in voice acting.
Too bad he's almost like 50 and ready to die soon.
I close my eyes and pretend I'm on a radio show, like a radio talk show. I just think that would be cool as shit to be like on an actual...
We are on a talk show. What are you talking about?
Well,
Yeah, I think
we are.
We're on the motherfucking radio. Let's go.
Well,
Jump
I guess
into the
we
first
are.
topic.
Okay, all right.
That reminds me of that job.
What if somebody's listening to this while driving and they crash and die? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Would we be
You're the
responsible?
last person they heard before
Well,
you died.
technically, I think somebody dies like every 15 seconds in the world, so that's probably a decent possibility that somebody's going to die while we're on the... Actually, it's the truth.
No.
Holy
No,
shit,
no, no.
you just fucked up my entire mindset.
No,
Somebody's going to
he's-
die while we're on here talking about the bullshit stuff that we
Well-
talk about. I'm
Well,
done. I can't do this.
Every
Yeah, you
15
Every 15 seconds.
That's on the billions, though, so it's probably highly unlikely.
Jimmy, you're worrying about stuff that you shouldn't
Okay,
worry about.
before somebody else passes, let's talk about Trump for a second.
A little water sports to kick it off.
Some
Speaking
golden shower gate. That's the hashtag that's going around, and we don't try to touch on the political side in any seriousness at all. But this is just too funny to pass up. So Burns, you wanna give me your opinion?
The story is probably nonsense, but it's so funny because Trump spent like the last 8 years with some nonsense about Obama, and now it's just coming back to bite him. I just want people to run with it. Even if it's not true, just give him a taste of his own medicine. The dude likes to get peed on.
Well, actually, that's not the story. That there was 2 stories that split.
Well-
The actual story that was in that document was that he went to a hotel and Obama and his wife stayed at that hotel, the Ritz-Carlton, and he hates Obama, so he paid hookers to come in and golden shower the bed that he knew Obama slept in while he watched. That was
I don't
the
see
actual
anything-
story. And then
I don't
people
see
like
anything
you
wrong
took
with
it.
that.
And
I thought he
it
liked to get peed on.
No, that's not. That's
I'm gonna
not
go with
the actual
I'm gonna go
story.
with my story though. He likes to get pissed on.
Okay.
Hey, in 2017, what I've learned is if you want to make that the truth, hey, go for it, dude. You can start a website.
Well, that's what BuzzFeed News
out there.
did.
Call
I
it
mean,
dude comedy.
Yeah, dude. BuzzFeed just pooped themselves in their bed. They're going to be the new Gawker, man. They're going to they're going to burn down for this. But hey, if I don't see anything wrong with that, man. If you're in Russia and you want to hire 2 hookers and have them pee on each other, is that against Russian law? I don't know.
No, it's not. Well, Philly D, I watched his video on this, and he had a really funny analogy. He said, basically, BuzzFeed News was the dog that took a shit in the living room, and then everybody else was there to talk about it. So CNN started talking about it and somehow got sucked into it to the point where Trump does his press conference yesterday, and he verbally says, I'm not answering your questions. You're with CNN. You're fake. He says that at the press conference, and he will not answer a CNN reporter's questions.
Yeah, but CNN didn't say they were actual true statements out of the BuzzFeed report. They just said that it had been in circulation. But...
Yeah, they just talked about what was being talked about. I mean, BuzzFeed, the president or whatever, chief editor, he said, we know this probably isn't true, but we want to be transparent. And you know how you say when you post with the air of caution?
Yeah.
They do the opposite.
Yeah. It's like Ricky Bobby when it's like, with all due respect, I don't like you. You can't. You can't just say that. No, I can't. I said with all due respect. I can say whatever I want. That's why I said with all due respect. It may not be true, but by the way, it has happened.
I hope we get a Talladega Nights too. I really
That'd
do.
be sweet.
I piss excellence. Yeah.
Hey, have you guys ever thought about something that maybe that everything that he has done with that guy is all connected? Like Elf is before Step Brothers, and then the dad in Elf gives him up, but the mom is still the same mom, and then Step Brothers is he has the same brother, but that's also Cal from Talladega Nights, and they're all connected. Think about it. I mean, don't think about it now because we're on a live show, but tonight, lay in bed and be like, wow, they're all fucking connected.
Or it's just a movie.
Holy
Hey, come on, Burns!
I don't get stuck in Colby's brain. Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude.
This dude just has so
That
many
shit
Where did that
scrambled
even-
eggs in there.
Where did that even come from? How do you get that they're all connected?
Oh, dude, think about it, man. Trump peed on, led us to that, and now we're here.
What does this have to do with anything?
Off the rails. 2
Next
minutes in.
topic.
8 minutes. 8 minutes in, we're off the rails.
Nah, we're good. We're on track. Okay, we're sticking with BuzzFeed in a way. They make these YouTube videos. $27 cake versus $1,200 cake. $10 sushi versus $1,500 sushi. $80 tattoo versus $8,000 tattoo. So do you think that there's any truth to this? Do you think it's all bullshit and it's just upsell? You can go get a $10 pair of jeans versus a designer set for $300. What do you think, Kyle?
Oh no, money makes a difference, man. I mean, there is a point where it's kind of like you'll hit, in the price range. I mean, some are overpriced for what they taste like, some are underpriced for what they taste like. But there's a point where, what one was the one that we watched that just looked the steak.
Yeah, steak one.
You got these people that have been making I consider myself I make a pretty decent steak, but some of these people have been making steaks their whole life.
Right.
That is their say my passion was snowmobiling. I love that shit with the passion. We'll go do, even though it's not, we'll do whatever to do to go snowmobiling, get better, yada yada. These people's passion is to make the steak, to make the cake, and I think the price, it's still overpriced, obviously, because there's no way, unless there's some exotic ingredient to do that. But sometimes you can't put a price on taste.
Well, it's also quality. They have way better quality stuff to work with.
Yeah.
As well. I've got two instances that I completely think it's legit. I know there's people out there that say it's complete farce. It's not true, but we went to Vegas and we stayed at the Mandalay Bay, and Wolfgang Puck, I believe, has a restaurant there, and we ate there, and I ordered his lasagna, and I shit you not, I've watched Food Channel, I've heard people with the term, this food is amazing, it's so many layers. I, for the first time in my life, experienced sex in the form of food in my mouth. It was like an orgasm of lasagna. I don't know how to explain it. It was the best thing I've
Do you
ever...
typically like lasagna?
It's okay. It's a comfort food. But this
But not
was...
to order from places,
Yeah, I've ordered lasagna from places, from Italian restaurants and stuff, but this
Oh, okay.
this was something different. It was almost like it was majestic or angelic, or I don't know how to explain
Jimmy's
it.
getting a boner just talking about
Dude,
it.
it was
He's gonna change his
amazing.
pants real quick.
I literally got like 6 to 8 flavors in my mouth. So much I got so excited that like people next to me, complete strangers, and I may have had a little bit of alcohol as well, but I was telling them, I was like, you have to fucking order the lasagna. You have to order this shit. It was amazing. And we have a 5-star or a 4-star Italian restaurant here in our town. Best restaurant in the town. And it's way more expensive, but you know you're going in there and you're getting they're making you a steak that's fresh. They're making you all these sauces and stuff that they handmade. They didn't pull them out of a can or anything like that. So yes, money can buy better tasting food. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it-
money does buy happiness, man. Like,
yeah,
Oh
I don't
shit!
even
You
tell
want to
different.
get? Let's go there, Kyle. Let's go there. I just had this talk with my daughter, Callie, and people get so pissed when you say money can buy happiness. What the fuck are you talking about? You money whore. You sell out. It's about love and it's about finding yourself. That's all
I like
great.
where this is going.
Money is
like
the
where this is
fucking
going.
driving factor, because let's say traveling makes you happy, or your snowmobile makes you happy, or taking your family out to the movies makes you happy. Every bit of it requires money. So
No, exactly.
Go ahead.
God, I fucking love this. So it's like when you say that term, money can't buy happiness. This is what people instantly think. Like, man, like buying a Ferrari doesn't truly make you happy. Well, you know, in a sense, like that's
Bullshit!
Like, that's well, at the
That's
same
people
time
who
that's
don't own
bullshit.
Ferraris.
But at the same time, like part of it, it's like okay, maybe like buying stuff, like buying. Like, I've made some good money. I buy way too much shit, and, like, it got to the point where it's like, you know, like, buying certain things doesn't, like, make me happy. But you know what makes me happy is fucking not stressing out about bills, you know? It's like people just assume that, you know, like, you wanting money is you wanting to go out and just buy every fucking pointless thing in the world.
Right.
But no, like, money buys happiness because it pays your damn bills.
Well,
you know,
the
like
number one cause of divorce is fighting over
Money.
budget, money, bills,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
which is directly
you know,
linked to
yep.
happiness. So yeah, for anybody out there that is listening to this, if you think that it's the other, and I know people are going to go deep. They're going to go with the whole, well, yes, money can get you these things, but true happiness is from the inside. Well, I get that, but
No, that's bullshit, dude. When I was on my student loan shit and I didn't have any money, I wasn't happy at all. Fuck
okay,
that.
so,
I'm
yeah,
a
so
positive
Colby, if I
person.
said let's go buy a Ferrari, you're genuinely going to be happy.
Yeah, you know who says money doesn't buy happiness? Broke people who don't like their lives. Well, I'm not trying to be rude or
No,
anything,
that was
but
a
think
quote
about it.
on Wolf of Wall Street. He said something like that when he was jacking up his salespeople. He was like, "You're saying that you say money doesn't buy happiness or whatever because you don't fucking have any." Is basically what he was saying.
Yeah, and then I get where people are gonna go deep, but you got to think, man. When I was literally eating top ramen, I was in school with no money. I wasn't like, I was the same person, but using all my money to pay for my bills and having nothing to have fun with, I wasn't happy.
Think about all the things that, like, can you really pinpoint that many things in life that like there's so many things that you could live life without, you know? Like
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can't fucking live life without money. Like literally, I mean, there are people that, you know, live off the system that's through money, but like, I mean, you can't fucking get health insurance. Like, you literally cannot, like, you have to have health insurance, and you need to pay money into that health insurance.
Well, let's
you know?
call it currency, to the point of even people like in the Amazon that aren't linked to civilization. They haven't been tainted by modern civilization. All of them, their way of life, they still have some form of currency, whether it be through trading.
Trade.
Yeah, good
whatever
point.
it
That's
may
a great
be.
point.
So yeah, Burns, are you gonna? Can you disagree with us so we can just rake?
No,
you over
I'm
the
not. I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Well, why do you think Burns is back, man? He needs fucking money.
No, I'm good, man. I'm not for
Joking.
needing money, but what Kyle said is true though. Like if you're someone that's listening right now that's like living paycheck to paycheck, imagine that you could pay your bills every month without even thinking about it. You
Yeah.
sit-
On
send
top of
payment-
that, layer on if you have kids, I mean, your number one thing in your head is to give them the best life possible, and that directly correlates with money.
Yeah, like if I had to budget out, like how am I going to pay for my groceries? How am I going to pay all my bills? How am I going to pay my rent? Like how are you supposed to be happy that way? I mean, there's other ways of happiness that doesn't include money. But
Yeah, but what
your
can you
ultimate
do to make yourself happy that doesn't really cost money in this world?
Yeah, that's true.
You want to go on a vacation?
Money.
There's some money.
Yeah, you can't. There's really nothing you
hookers,
could argue
money.
back. Let's say you say, well, if I draw, I'm an artist. Well, you had to fucking buy the pencils and the easel and the paper, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
You want to go fucking hiking? Oh, you need your hiking boots, backpack gear. Like,
gas to get there.
you need fucking money. And anybody that says you don't need money in this world and it's not important is probably borderline retarded. Actually, let me rephrase that.
Yeah. Why don't you?
No, I'm not. No, they are. If you've had to support yourself,
Right.
The people that you usually get that are saying like you are a money whore, are like fucking 13-year-old kids that literally have like their parents pay for everything. They don't even understand the concept of money. Like, hey,
Or
can
are
I
you
get
talking
$1
about
to
like
buy
on
candy?
on social media and the internet, sell out
Yeah.
money whore, YouTube?
Oh, dude,
money
yeah.
whore?
Kyle's Instagram is pretty toxic. 90% of the people on there, every time he posts something like, make YouTube videos, sell out. And he's like, what do you want me to do? I'm posting a picture of my kid.
I know. I had one last night. I posted a quick video on my Instagram of the PTFO, or me saying, go check out the episode. And somebody said in it, man, Jimmy, you've changed. How come all you do is post ads now? And I'm thinking, it's my podcast. I'm part of it. I don't understand how this isn't directly correlated to my Instagram, me talking about my fucking podcast. I don't.
Yeah, see that's the issue. Like one of the bigger issues I've had with like getting popular on like social media and stuff like that is like people expect you to be exactly who you were. Doesn't matter how long ago it was, but when they first met you, when they first saw your shit, like.
Yeah.
So I'm part of this new game. It's called Tower, and it's not like me and Colby just came together and like, hey, you want to make this game? Like, we'll pay somebody $500 to make it. Like, the dudes that are involved are like big wigs, like people at Facebook, people at Reddit. It's like it's a big ass game, and I promoted it on my page. It's
Because it's
my
a tight game.
It's my page, and I make sure I tell them like I'm own part of this game, part of this company, And people are like, "Dude, you're such a sellout now." I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm not getting paid for anything I'm doing right now. I'm promoting my own stuff, to further my life." And they're like, "Dude, just go prank call hookers some more."
Yeah, do the little kid voice. Do the little kid
really
voice.
triggered, Kyle? Because I remember back in the day, there was nothing set you off more than comments like that. Do you still get triggered on that?
I used to get pissed off about it too.
Kyle, though, Kyle
not
would,
really,
like,
because I've gone through this scenario so many times.
Yeah,
but-
he would focus in on one comment and just fucking ruin his day.
Well, I remember I always used to say. I always used to say, though, you look at it like when somebody says something to you without seeing their face or like seeing like a profile picture of them, you just automatically assume like they're your age, So you're
It's
just
almost-
like, what the fuck are you talking about, faggot? And they're like a 12-year-old,
Did you get any shit for posting that adoption video?
I didn't really. And most of the stuff I posted on YouTube. Most of the stuff
I
was.
saw it.
Yeah, most of it was just like. Yeah, start posting and get more. Then you
Dude,
get like two hooker
I watched it
pranks.
on Instagram, and you cut it off a little early than the one on YouTube. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
I felt so
But
bad.
that's the thing though. You can do so much stuff with editing. Like
I
he
know.
wasn't sad because he has no clue what adoption is. He's
I know.
3.
I know.
He had no clue what was even going on. But he wasn't. The reason he was crying is because he actually wanted to go outside, and I said no. And he didn't have his shoes on, so his feet were cold. But he wanted to go outside because he wanted to come back in and get his shoes. So like it made it look like he was sad about the situation. But it was really,
Well, I
him
remember
wanting
seeing
to go
that
outside.
video of the mom. I guess the boy voted for Trump at school, that little boy, and she kicked him outside, made him stand out there with his backpack or whatever. It went viral. And that shit crushed me, dude, because it was real. I mean, she made this boy. He couldn't have been more than like 7 or 8, and I guess he voted for Trump at school. And she packed all his shit up and put him out on the corner of the street, and he's just bawling because he doesn't know what's going on.
He doesn't even understand what he's voting
No,
for.
it was
because
horrible,
It's because you just kids parrot their parents.
It tore me apart. And then I talked the other day about, you guys may have posted this one, about the dad, that his daughter used the dog filter on Snapchat.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't know what the fuck it was. He's like, why? What is this? And then his punishment was He locked her in a dog cage for 3 days and fed her Bolo dog food
What the
and
fuck
out of a water
are
bottle.
you talking about?
Yeah.
What is...
The grandma finally came over because the girl wasn't answering, and the mom and dad are in.
Oh, what's
they got
wrong?
arrested.
Wait, what's wrong with these people? The dog
Yeah.
So
filter-
realistically,
a dog
that
filter on
article
Snapchat led to getting locked in a cage.
realistically that art we didn't make it up, but it was most likely not real.
Oh, it was
doesn't
satire.
that doesn't sound
I-
fucking real at all.
I don't know, but we just saw it and we didn't see it on any.
That sounds
That
like
one's still on the
Onion.
line.
We didn't see it on any like solid sources. Like,
Oh,
well, I guess there are, but
I felt bad.
but
I know
we
that.
rolled with it.
It's like CNN, man. What can you trust nowadays? Hey, just to tie this one together, almost like what you're saying with these comments and these kids and stuff reminds me of what we were just talking about, but the money can't buy happiness. Those are like the same people that would do anything to have 1,000 fans on Instagram, but the other people that are talking shit about you, like, you're a sellout. But you know, if they were in that situation, like, take Casey Neistat for an example. Jimmy, I know you follow him.
Yeah.
Like, that dude, like, made videos for everyone's live every day for free. I mean, yeah, he had some, and then he sells a company that he made, which has nothing to do with his YouTube. He sells a technology company to CNN for like $20-something million.
25 million. Yeah.
Everyone's like, dude, you are such a sellout.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. Everybody
Who
in his
would not
position
do
would
that?
do the same
Who would not do that?
thing.
I cannot understand people. Like, this guy literally, these don't connect. So, like, example, like, Jimmy, someone in someone else's shoes, one of your fans has the opportunity to be you, and they do it, they probably wouldn't say it. But since they can't, and, like, none of those people that are talking shit about Casey Neistat are ever going to be in the position to sell a company for $25 million.
Just
I don't get
that's,
people.
That's the thing, though. They live vicariously through the
Yeah.
people like Casey Neistat and people
Yep.
that are popular, but it gets to a point where there's some jealousy and salt in there, and that's what they come back with. So, I mean,
And I think that
It's always
ties
gonna
together
be
with your first topic. Money can't buy happiness. Those are the same people that are talking shit in the comments to you guys. Not me. No one talks shit to me, and I don't have any fans.
Yeah, well, my main like life goal is to fucking get something set. Like, you know, say this game stuff takes off, get something set where I can just sit on my ass and go have
I just
fun.
want to do whatever
You know?
I want, whenever I want, all the
Yeah.
time.
I think that's everybody's ultimate goal is to just
Financial
have
freedom.
Freedom, yeah, freedom. All right, well that
That's
kind
like-
of
that's
segues
like-
into the. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's like getting mad at an old person for retiring. Like, you fucking lazy fuck. Like, you're just gonna get paid for nothing for the rest of your life. Like, what the fuck, man?
All right, let's stick with the seriousness for a little while. We've got some stuff that's not so serious later on, but we all agreed that we were going to talk for a minute about what we deemed the meaning of life is, which is pretty super deep. So we'll start with Colby and
Oh, shit.
this is good. Yeah, we're going to go
You
down
can
a
start with
fucking
me. I
rabbit
haven't
hole
talked.
with
You
you.
can
This
start
is
with
gonna
me.
go
I haven't
up from
talked
here.
much in this episode. I've been pretty
Yeah,
quiet.
Burns, you might want to start because I might start
All right,
us off the
Burns, kick
rails
it off.
before
Might
the
take
rail
us off the rails.
starts.
All right, so the meaning of life. It's a pretty complex question, but my answer is going to be pretty simple. And it goes back to what we were talking about Wednesday with the billions of galaxies and billions of stars and billions of planets. And we're just kind of nestled into a corner of a pretty boring solar system and a pretty boring galaxy. So if you look at it from that angle, life doesn't really mean anything. But since we're intelligent beings who can ask that question, the purpose of life for me is whatever I want it to be. And I think that's better than having an objective meaning to life. I get to decide what it is. That's my simple answer.
You do and you don't, though. You have a lot of restrictions on you, whether you think you do or not.
Well, yeah, I can't control everything,
Yeah,
but as an
yeah,
overall
so-
purpose, I get to decide what I want it to be about. Like right now, my purpose in life is to be on this podcast and talk with you. I
Right.
do that because I want to do it.
Okay.
Well, it also depends on what that's kind of a broad question. Like, what's the meaning? Like, it depends on what like what lens you're looking through it as. Like the broad picture, like the universe, or like directly
Well, I don't
you
know.
right
People,
now.
the number one thing people say is you're searching for the meaning of life. So,
I mean, the way I've always looked, like the meaning of life, like in its like simplest form, like what is our purpose, you know? And this could actually taper into something else that might be a little hot topic, but like the purpose is to reproduce. Like that is literally like in its like shortest
the meaning
form.
of life is to have sex.
No, but it really is. I mean, just
Okay.
think about all the things. If you stop doing, you know, if you stop having sex, then like life doesn't exist. You know.
That's true. That's a
I mean,
pretty
it also
simple
could-
answer. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's really like, so the way I kind of look at it is like, you live, you fucking die. Like we're not significant at all. There's billions of us, and there's probably on other planets like billions of other forms of life. Like, it's, the meaning of life is fucking simple. It's to reproduce.
Yeah.
And that's why it doesn't make sense to be gay. Because
Are you
no,
kidding?
listen to
You're
this.
really gonna take it off the rails?
No.
Listen to this.
No.
No. Let me explain myself. Now, that being said, like, I could give a fuck less if someone's gay, but from like a scientific standpoint, it makes zero sense.
There's actually evolutionary advantages for having gay people in your population, though.
But what if everybody, you know, I like I said, I don't fucking care if
you want to go
anybody's
off
gay.
that rails, here's what
Hey,
I've
you
read.
shut up for a second.
Let's-
You shut up for a second. But think about it. If everybody turned gay, like right here, right now, like our species would not last. You know,
but that's
for
not gonna
100
happen.
years. But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying I'm looking at it from like an individual standpoint. You know, like if we all turned gay today, like our species would no longer fucking exist. So how can that scientifically make sense? Go, Burns.
Well, the population isn't suddenly gonna turn gay 100%.
Well, no
Let
shit.
me go,
I'm
let
being
me go,
theoretical.
Let me go.
He's saying from the lens of the science. He's looking at it as the
I
lens
want to look at it
of
from
a
the
science.
scientific area too, but it's not gonna be dealing with everyone in the population all of a sudden turns gay overnight. What does it even make sense?
I don't know. Have you seen a Broadway play?
Well,
I don't know.
obviously, I didn't think everybody's going to turn gay. I'm saying if they did, our species would no longer exist. Therefore, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but if you look at the scientific way of having gay people in your population, or like there's 1,500 species that have homosexuality in their population. What I've read is the evolutionary advantage to it is if those people aren't reproducing, is they play a role in protecting those, giving them giving the other people a better opportunity to reproduce.
Yeah, that's probably
Okay,
by a gay person.
Jeez.
You want to say everyone's gonna turn gay? I don't even know what you're talking
No,
about.
I wasn't saying
No,
that.
he's. in
I'm
his
saying
own way,
hypothetically.
I know if you say
he's
if.
giving you a
yeah,
scenario. Just okay.
All right, bring us back, Jimmy. Bring us back.
Yeah. So let me.
I didn't even open my mouth for a reason on this one.
Let me give my meaning of life. First of all, leave it to Kyle to turn it into sex when it's something about the meaning of life. That's.
Some people understand.
I
Okay.
understand what Kyle's saying, but
I
go
do.
ahead,
I
Jimmy.
do. I wish he would have led off with the disclaimer first, but at least he said it in there. So I get it. I understand where you're coming from. Okay. For me, the meaning of life is well, it's more about moments. There's lots of. I'm serious. There's lots of key moments in life, and I think those are what hold the true value. Like Kyle, you've had a kid or two, and there's just indescribable moments that you have in life, or when you were married, or when you did something majestic on your snowmobile, whatever. There's moments in life, and I think to me those all make up the meaning of it. I'm not going to go super deep and be like I'm looking for this super true meaning of life, because I think you'll just run circles, and I don't think you'll ever find. I think there's people
There's no
out there
answer.
that they
There's
waste
no real
their life
answer.
looking for stuff like that, for the meaning of life, or for tranquility, or for the knowledge to whatever. And I think that's a waste myself personally, because it's right in front of you. The meaning of life is right in front of you right now. Like Burns said, the meaning of life is we're on this podcast shooting the shit and having a good time. The meaning of life in an hour is going to be I'm going to go pick up kids from school and see how their day was. And that changes for everybody. So that's
Meaning
mine.
of life
Yeah, it's
is
just
whatever
a
you
broad
want it to
question.
be. It's whatever
It
you
is a
want it to
super
be.
broad question. All right,
I
Cody.
was looking at like the spectrum of actual like
Mine is-
purpose.
No,
of
dude,
life.
you took it somewhere else.
We ended up on homosexuality somehow.
Yeah.
My meaning of life is not to like be like a Tony Robbins motivation type guy right here, but the way I look at it is almost like when I was growing up, Boy Scout type stuff. Like you want to leave the place better than when you got there. So in my theory, the meaning of life is basically like try and make the world a better place, I guess. Even though like Kyle said, we're one small little piece in it, but like take again the podcast for an example. If one person listens to this and it makes their day better, hey, we did something good.
I'm 100%
not trying to be
on
false
board with that.
not trying to be false positive like we talked about the other day, but I'm just saying like, and that like I can't get scientific because I don't know that shit. But as far as like,
I'm on board with this. I'm on board with your idea.
Well, it's the same as like the moments where we did the PTFO for kids. We made a really good impact on some people's lives, and that could be the meaning of life. I don't know.
yeah,
Whatever you want it to be. That's what it comes down to.
All right, let's fucking get off this.
If you want to fucking be a serial killer, that's your purpose. Like, just do it, man. Do what you want to do. Is the meaning of life.
That harms other people.
Yeah, you're.
Hey, if
my
you want to
God.
kill pedophiles, what's wrong with that? What are you fucking?
that's Dexter.
what are you down with pedophiles?
All right, Jimmy, bring us
Where
back.
are you
Get
taking
us-
this?
I'm treading.
Save us,
lightly
Jimmy!
because Kyle's like he's on it today. He's got opinions.
He does.
Okay.
All right. When can Colby do a surprise topic? What are you gonna go with next? And I'll tell you what's better.
I want to hear Burns' Tinder story.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I'll do my
Colby's
surprise
next.
topic.
Colby's is actually good, where you guys will have a lot of good input.
Damn it! But the point was, I was gonna, shouldn't have pre-screened.
Okay. So before we started the show, me and Burns were sitting here talking because the other two were finding the meaning of life in the form of French fries and like some French toast or something. And Burns said
not breakfast?
over the summer that he actually had a Tinder story. He hooked up with a girl from Tinder, and she came over to his house. Take it away.
I mean, he basically told the whole story, but I'll just.
No, there's got to be more to it.
You
than
put
that.
it in her butt?
Was it awkward?
No.
Was it awkward?
I'll get to that. I'll
Okay,
get to that.
all right.
But if you're looking at the picture of the overlay that we have up, I'm actually wearing her sunglasses in that picture. She left them here. Anyway,
he's also
Did you
wearing.
toe banger?
what? Kyle's gonna take this a direction I don't want it to go.
Sorry. No, I'll listen. I'm done.
All right, so
I'm just amped up to be talking with you guys today. All right,
can I start, or is Kyle gonna? Does he have something to say?
He seems to have a lot to say today. I kind of
He
like it.
does have a lot to say. All right. Anyways, everyone knows what Tinder is, right, on this podcast? Or should I go through it for the listeners? All right. It's basically an app where you connect it to your Facebook, and other people's profiles come up. You swipe right if you like them, left if you don't like them, and you get matches. And
What if you're not sure?
What? Go ahead, Kyle. If you have a
I
question.
just said, what if you're not sure, undecided? Can you skip?
No, you can't skip.
There's no skippos, dude.
Oh, sorry.
You come back for later and decide later.
Okay,
All
so
right.
you got matched with a girl.
Yeah, and usually like Tinder's so fucking weird, dude. Most girls are on there just to get an ego boost, and I was just like chatting with her, just like bullshitting for a little bit, and then I kind of just like left it alone. Usually they just taper out, and then she like messaged me and she's like, "If you want to be my last Tinder hookup before I try to find something serious, be my guest." And I was like,
Whoa.
That's
So
a great pickup line, actually.
She put it out there for like a one night stand. Is that what Tinder? So Tinder's not like Match.com. Tinder's more
No,
like,
Jimmy,
Tinder's
not
like
at
have
all.
sex and bail. Yeah.
Huh?
My
There's
last.
people that have like gotten married from it or whatever, but mostly.
Didn't that
it's
kind of
just-
make you uncomfortable when she said my last Tinder hookup? Did you
I
ask
mean,
how
my
many?
dick is doing the thinking now, Kyle. All right.
Oh, okay.
My brain is out of this equation at this point.
Okay.
So we have confirmed.
So I was just like, well, fuck it. I was like, I just like got her number.
Literally.
I was like,
Literally.
yeah, fuck it, literally.
What was her first name?
Her name was Ashley, which was funny because she spells it weird too, which should have been another red flag.
ASHLIE.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Whoa!
So
What
you
a
guys,
guess.
she comes to your place.
No,
you get all-
I'm not. You're jumping ahead. You're
Oh,
jumping the gun
sorry.
here, dude.
I'm excited.
He's still in the
This is
DMs.
so
He's
bad.
still in the DMs.
My mom
Jimmy.
probably listens to this podcast, and now she's gonna hear this story. Just fucking wonderful.
Should be proud of you.
So, anyways, I was like, I messaged her. I was like, so you want to like just? I was like, what should we do? I was like, can't just like invite her over. I was like, do you want to just come over and day drink like
What
in the
the
middle of the
fuck?
day, just get some beers and get drunk? And I was like, she lived out like in Minneapolis, which is kind of a drive. And here comes red flag number 2. She's like, oh, my sister's using my car. Can you come pick me up? At this point, I should be bailing from this.
Yeah.
I should be walking away.
Nope. I'm
Hold
still
on.
in.
Stop
Keep going.
real quick, Birds. I gotta ask. What level skater was she?
Dude, fuck off.
Okay, sorry. Go.
Hey, can we also rewind another serious question? What's her hotness rating 1 to 10? Not to be like a dick, but like how
Dude,
hot is
probably,
she?
probably 7. I give her 7.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's definitely
Okay,
still
so
in.
you're
How do
getting
I-
red flags. Keep going.
Red
Yeah.
flag 2, 7's definitely still in. Not crazy enough.
Yeah, the dick is still doing the talking here, and it's going to be doing the talking for a while. So I was like, all right, I'll pick you up. So I go to get her at like noon, and we drive all the way back here. It's like a 40-minute trip, round trip. So we come back here and we drink for a while, and then one thing leads to another, and we go for 3 rounds. If that was important to you, I'll spare you the details on all that.
Didn't your dick hurt?
Dude, I should have never told this story.
Oh, shit.
Too
3
late.
rounds in a matter of an hour?
You just
Not an
said
hour, dude.
You just said on
You're
our
like a fucking
podcast
sprinkler,
you went 3
man.
rounds. Oh my god. Okay. What happened after
Dude,
round
she
3?
was here from like noon till like 8 o'clock at night. Remember,
Oh.
I picked her up, right? So her personality, she's pretty fucking boring. All right, just obnoxious and boring. But again, the dick is doing the talking here.
But what about when you first nutted? Weren't you like, oh, what am I doing? Like, are
Yeah,
you still just,
yeah, but
are you still just?
she's at my house,
get-
dude, and we're drunk.
At that point, he already drove 40 minutes. He's
I
committed.
forget.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So
I'm all in
after
on
round
this.
3, is she wanting kids and marriage?
Okay, Jimmy, now you just walked into the conversation I was getting to. So yeah, when we're talking,
What?
she goes into this like rant about like, oh, I can't wait to like get married and have kids.
Oh, my
At this point,
God.
I should be like, it's time to go home.
What?
But
You had
what's
to
funny
drive
is
her
that-
home though, didn't you?
Yeah, I remember I picked her up, so
Yeah,
I got to
40
figure a way
minutes.
to get her back. So I'm just like trying to think of a way. Like I don't want to be rude and be like, yeah, you have to leave. So I was like trying to think of a way. It's like 8 o'clock at night.
She's trying to stay the night.
She's trying to stay the night, yeah,
Oh.
and
Put
So,
that
like-
bitch in an Uber.
that would have actually been a good idea. But so we're sitting on the couch or whatever. I'm just like trying to think of ways to get rid of her. And so I text my friend. I was like, bro, you need to call me in like 5 minutes and tell me you have like an emergency in Minneapolis. Give me an excuse to get out of here. So he calls me in 5 minutes on like bullshit conversation about how his car broke down. I was like, oh, well, I got to go pick up my friend in Minneapolis. So I guess that's it for today. And I drove her home, and then like she texted me a couple of days later that she left her sunglasses here, and I never responded, and I'm wearing them in that photo.
She's gonna hear
Does she
this
know that
podcast,
you're?
too.
Does she know about your internet stuff?
I don't think so. I don't think I
Oh,
delved into
okay.
that too much. No,
Do you still have? Do you have her phone number?
maybe let me check.
Kyle's going to call
let
her
me
right
call
now.
Should we call her?
Yeah.
Let's
I'll
add
have
her
to
to
see
the
if I still
three-way.
have
Hey,
it.
while you're looking for the number, I got a quick funny Tinder
Oh,
story that
I
happened
do
with
have
you.
it. I do.
Never
have
mind. Get it on here. Well,
No,
text
I'm
it
not
to.
it. No, dude, I'm not gonna call.
No, Kyle
Give it
wants
to
to
me.
call her.
Hi, is this Ashley?
That's
What?
No, dude. This end of the story's over.
Like I heard
Move on.
you. I heard you.
Said that's it.
I heard you. I heard you hooked up with my friend John. She just fucking. Oh, me, big dick John. Like, that's what you called yourself.
Oh, what if she was like 22nd John, you mean?
Yeah, he fucked me. He came 3 times in 7 minutes.
oh my god. Okay,
I knew
okay,
Kyle
all
was
right,
gonna
all right,
make
all
fun
right,
of
all right,
this.
all right.
NSFW.
Let's.
I mean, if you have any more questions before we move on, go ahead.
Well,
and ask.
you've pretty much solidified part of the title. It's going to be like Burns' sex story or something. It's going to be
Oh
great.
God!
I'll
My
come
mom
up
is
with
gonna
a
hear
good-
this, and then
I'll-
I'm gonna get a bunch of questions about it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
she just fast forwards through this.
And then my mom's going to call me and be like, "Why
Boxes?
are you hanging out with people like that, Jimmy? Why are you doing this?" Okay, let's talk a little bit about Floyd versus Connor. That's a big deal, and I think it actually is gaining some legs, like traction, like it may actually happen. And we had somebody tweet about it, wanting to know our opinion on who would win what on that if it actually happened.
They
Connor's gonna
each
get
win in their respective area.
100%.
It's not even
boxing
each-
rules
it's-
only, though. Boxing rules only.
It's going to be
Oh, if-
boxing rules.
Then Floyd absolutely murders him.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
have you ever watched Floyd? I mean, the dude, you don't hit him. It's the boringest fight in the world to watch. I mean, he's completely defensive. Like, you're not going to hit the dude. He's just going to wear you down.
That's like the thing that makes me mad. I shouldn't say the word mad. The thing that irritates me about like this situation is when people try and throw out like, oh well, if Floyd got in a UFC ring with, well, no shit, McGregor would kill him. McGregor has beaten the last like what? Out of the last 5 times he's fought, 6 times he's won, and against other professional MMA fighters. Obviously,
and the
smaller.
one guy he didn't beat was a tank. I mean, the
Yeah,
dude,
it's like 2 weight classes up or whatever, Diaz. And that's
Yeah.
like, and then the same argument goes in favor of McGregor, which is, oh, but if it's boxing, like, Floyd's going to kill him. Yeah, well, no duh, because Floyd has never fucking lost to professional
I guess the
boxers.
question you have to go with, since it is boxing, is do you think in any aspect that McGregor would have a shot
No.
in a boxing match at all?
No.
Not at
No.
all. Hands down,
He loses
no
easy.
chance.
I don't think he hits him, honestly.
Oh, he's going to
No.
hit him. He's a striker, too. I mean, he knows how to throw a punch.
Yeah, but Floyd dodges punches from Pacquiao, who, I mean, okay, maybe he'll hit him, but it's not going to do anything.
Well, you say
Floyd
that.
just wears you out, though. He just bores you
I know,
to death.
but I mean, McGregor can. I mean, if you don't think if he hit him, if he made contact, it would do anything.
I wouldn't
won't
say
hit him.
I wouldn't say it wouldn't do anything, but it's like that's like saying I mean it's if he did hit him with his power, yes, but I don't think he would have the opportunity. I think Floyd would dodge too many of his little jabs and punches and never
He's
give
just
him the
gonna wear him
opportunity.
out.
Well,
Yeah,
he's going to
every
wear him
other
out. There's no
opponent.
doubt. McGregor runs out of gas like crazy.
If you look at it
Like,
as
how
a
long do
business,
UFC fights last?
five
Five
rounds,
rounds?
at the
Five
moment.
Five rounds
like
to 3
3-minute
minutes?
rounds? Boxing
Yeah.
goes what? 14 rounds?
I mean, in his last fight versus Diaz,
He'll make him go all 14 too.
He
five
ran
never
out.
knocks
He
anyone
ran out of
out.
gas by round 2. I mean, he just kind of.
But it's different. I mean, when you're wrestling on the ground, it takes a lot more energy than
Yeah.
punching.
I think the thing with Floyd too is again he's never lost, and he could game plan an entire fight where McGregor would throw 100 punches, Floyd might not throw one, and then rounds 8, 9, and 10 he could just unleash.
Yeah, he makes
and
you
knock him
go.
out.
He doesn't try to knock you out. He makes you go the full fight.
Yeah.
And then he has more stamina than you.
What
But
did
as
you
far
say
as
he was
business,
asking money wise, Burns, you were looking it up.
All right, so Mayweather says like his minimum is 100 million that he collects, right? He says he would give Conor 15 million and a slice of the pay-per-views. And I think his last fight or his Pacquiao fight, didn't he get like 500 million in pay-per-views or some shit like that?
it was something stupid.
And then it was like 120 million for the fight alone.
As far as a business standpoint, I think it's a great idea to have those people fight. As far as like a entertainment, it would be entertaining. As far as a
it'd be
sports,
huge.
it would
be huge.
suck.
Everyone would buy that.
I would pay for it in a heartbeat.
Because he's just trying to get his 50-0 and bail.
Yeah, well, so inside information. Can I
Say it.
Yeah, I can say it.
We'll tell him the story of why. Inside.
Well, so the guy I sent you guys a picture is Floyd Mayweather's former personal assistant, and he's been climbing up the ranks. Now they're business partners. One of my really good buddies just went to Aruba with him, actually, for 8 days. Anyway, he's saying that MGM Grand 2, like they're opening like a new arena, MGM Grand 2, basically, and they want Floyd to open it, and they're throwing out like, you can pick anybody you want, and we'll give you the most money you've ever made type stuff. And everyone was saying, like, for a while it was going to be Pacquiao, then Pacquiao lost again. So now he has no one to fight. So as far as, like, could it happen? I would say it's more than likely that he fights McGregor than some weak-ass boxing dude, if that makes sense. Because MGM Grand is huge in Vegas. You've been there, Jimmy. Like,
Yeah, it's massive.
yeah.
That would be sick, man. That would be one you'd want to go watch, not just rent here or whatever. You'd want to be there for that. That would be electric. That would be awesome. So we all agree, boxing match, Floyd dominates.
Is it really going to happen though, or is this just all talk?
I mean,
I don't think McGregor is going to be able to find a way around his UFC contract to do it, and I
Yeah.
don't think Dana White puts his now that
Because-
Rousey sucks.
Wasn't that a big problem when he wanted to fight Pacquiao? As they had one had HBO, one had Showtime.
Yeah, and I think that if you're Dana White, you don't let McGregor do it because he's the last like kind of face at this moment. Brock Lesnar busted for steroids. Rousey's knocked out last 2 times. If McGregor goes and gets embarrassed, like it doesn't look good for him. If that, you guys know what I'm saying.
I wish it would happen. I think
He
it'd
should
be
just
cool.
turn UFC. You should just turn UFC into WWE. Put storylines around it. Write it in. Like, did you guys see that
yeah.
one guy throw a table at the press conference? That was great.
Anything that's entertaining. All right, we're going to get into Colby's terrible topic here in a second. I tweeted out before we did it. I said, hey, we're recording if you have any questions or anything crazy. I haven't looked at Twitter lately. There was a lot of stuff, but one of them jumped out. So really quick, lightning round here. If this is, I don't even know who this is from. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. If you could have your fingers be soda fountains, like at McDonald's and stuff, which 8 sodas would you want your fingers to be?
That's such a dumb question.
Dr. Pepper.
Hey,
on all
why
of
the
them.
fuck do we only have 8 fingers? Our thumbs don't produce anything?
Yeah, he didn't say anything about thumbs. He said fingers.
Dude, can you imagine a finger blast?
Just
Of course,
Sorry.
you're gonna take this question a different direction.
No,
Yes,
yeah, I would go.
I don't even know.
I would go
I don't drink
Dr.
soda.
Pepper. I would go cherry Coke. I'll go Four Fingers. I would go Dr. Pepper, cherry Coke, root beer, and shit, orange Fanta.
I would
Ooh, that's a good
go. I would go classic Coke, Dr. Pepper, cream soda. That's 3.
I like cream
No.
soda too.
Mountain Dew. That's all I can think of.
Just do 4. That's what Jimmy did.
Yeah,
If I'm doing 4, because I don't really drink soda, but I'm gonna do the blue Powerade, Fountain Powerade. That's money.
That shit's nasty.
The strawberry lemonade. You have to go to like a place in, like Vegas. Fountain drinks have it. It's like real strawberry lemonade and those fountain ones. I'm doing that. I'm doing Surge in number 3. Love me some Surge.
Ooh, that's an old classic.
Yeah, old classic. Oh, I need one more. 4. Oh no. Dad's root beer. 4.
Do you remember Squirt?
Oh yeah, I like Squirt too. Actually, I changed my answer. I want Squirt.
I love a
Okay.
good squirt.
All right, Kyle. 4.
Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, and Pepsi's good every now and then.
Pepsi is good. Cherry Pepsi's really good. All right, Colby. We are getting towards the end of the show, which is like where we like to place your terrible topic thing due
Yep.
to the absolute nuclear meltdown, which was last episode.
Damn it! But this one Kyle said is good. But
Well,
we'll
I'll
see.
be the
Okay.
Judge of that.
That
I'll
doesn't
be
mean
the
Okay.
judge
shit.
of that.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so here we go. Coming from the guy who just. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
So,
So hold on. Let me set the tone. Every episode, well, we've only done it one, but this will be the second one, so it's a trend now, a tradition. Colby comes up with a surprise topic for us, and he hypes it up. It's a big deal, and then he tries to lay it on us and get us at our most vulnerable. Fuck, I don't know.
He was disappointing last week.
It was very
Yep.
disappointing last week.
Yep. Try and get you most vulnerable. Okay. So this one, I would, if I'd title it something, I would say viral stars. So let me set this for you. Viral stars. So about 9 months ago, there's a guy the name Welvin the Great. He did the D's nuts, and he it was a meme, and it got really popular to the point where he had millions of followers basically overnight. He blew up. And here's where the question comes in. So recently, like, no one's heard from that dude, and everyone's like, oh, I wonder what he's doing. So I went back actually and looked, and he only has like 19,000 followers on Instagram now. So I did some searching, and some website said that he was running like some shady Instagram deal with this company, and they got like third-party access to his Instagram to like run a promotion, and they just took his Instagram. So his 1 point whatever verified page, he no longer has it. So someone like Welvin, who got popular because of that one meme, he's literally only done one thing. He said D's nuts and got famous. So someone like him has to try and rebuild up his quote-unquote following and fame, which he can't do because he's, a one-trick pony, already did that.
Right.
So my question is, guys like Welvin in your guys' time on the internet, who have you seen rise like the quickest to a quote-unquote viral megastar, but then had the quickest fall off?
That's easy.
Does that make sense?
There's tons
Me.
of them.
Me.
Minnesota Burns is 1. Ray William Johnson is 2.
Raw
Leafy is
Instinct.
here
Remember
is
Raw
3.
Instinct?
He's actually in the process of doing it right now.
Who is it? I didn't hear the third one.
Leafy was,
Oh,
Leafy
dude,
was getting
Leafy's a good one.
120 million views 6 months ago, and he just dropped down to like 15 to 20 million views. I mean, you could go on and on about YouTubers that have
That
basically
Rice Gum dude does that too,
disappeared.
right?
Mr. Technical Difficult's another one. I mean, there's a lot, but yeah, I've been on YouTube for 6 years, and I've seen a lot. I mean, we go back to gaming, the original gaming ones like XCal and that guy who camps
Whatever
and
happened to
Blame Truth. So yeah, so do any of those names ring a bell?
Yeah, whatever happened to Jordy, Wings of Redemption?
He is actually well, it's funny you say that because he quit Call of Duty. He still does a podcast with White Boy and some others, but he does mainly vlogs. And I actually made a video like 5 months ago, it was about him and Pro Syndicate, where they did the
I
the
remember
thing.
the one-on-one. Yeah.
Well, he came into the comment section and got mad and asked me to delete the video because he didn't want those parts of his live brought back and stuff. So there was a little
I
shit
actually
there.
think that Jordy's actually a nice person.
I agree.
You know which one I think of, though, is like the Alex from Target dude. You know what I just was thinking?
He wasn't YouTube, though. That was just viral sensation.
Oh, no, I just mean viral people in general. Like, that guy
okay.
and the damn Daniel guy. You know what I just realized as I'm talking here? They both went on Ellen. And after they both went on Ellen, they literally did nothing after. She killed them both.
Cashed out.
Can you believe that, though? Like, the damn Daniel guy went on Ellen, got the lifetime supply of Vans, never heard from him.
But their purpose wasn't to I mean, it was just random luck.
Oh, that's what Welvin was as well. Like, he just out of nowhere said D's nuts, and people memed the shit out of him, and he's like, I'm famous now, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was also special. So
Yeah.
that's probably why he got his stuff jacked.
Yeah, we're talking about the decent nuts. Like, he seemed like, I've seen like radio interviews with him. He doesn't seem very bright, like someone that you could easily manipulate. That's probably what happened.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
as soon as these people go viral, I mean, all these companies are just going to like try to take
Oh yeah, because
advantage of
they
them.
don't know anything about like marketing or any industry like that. They just
Right.
easily taken advantage of. It reminds me of like YouTubers that first came up. Like they would receive a free product, you know, and they would make a video about it. Be like,
Gotcha.
oh, I got this free product. I'm getting a sweet deal. No, you're not.
They had no sense of value on their reach. Or
That's
their
like
brand.
Jimmy, have you seen that Logan Paul interview when he says that like 30 seconds of his time should be worth $1.2 million?
No, damn.
Yeah. No, he's like everyone sees the side of him. This actually, I'm surprised PewDiePie didn't mention him in the False Positivity. Everyone sees the vlog side of him. He did an interview on 60 Minutes, and he's just like an arrogant asshole the whole time. He's like, yeah, my time's worth more than that. Like, yeah, you should see my Snapchat.
I've met some YouTubers in real life that were, they were nothing like you.
Most
see
people
on
I've met have been
screen.
really nice, though. I don't.
Yeah,
really-
most that I've met have been really nice, but there's some out there that, man, if their fans knew the real them, they wouldn't be where they're at today. No, it's a good question though. I mean, you're 1 for 2, Colby.
Yeah, one for two,
baby.
I'll give you a good. That was a good question.
It wasn't.
They
bad.
got some topics
Still
brewing.
wasn't worth like texting and amping up. Though.
Oh, I'm not doing that anymore. I
Oh, did
pre-screened
did
this
he
one.
text you about it, Kyle? Did he?
No,
go-
I
No.
made him tell me.
Yeah.
He didn't want to tell me, but I made him.
Next one, I'm not telling anybody. Episode 4, off the rails, baby.
We went off the rails like 30 seconds into this episode.
We really did. They did got.
I don't understand how you guys don't get how I connected those two movies. I guess I'll tell you another episode.
Seriously, your mind is running in circles.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I have a hard
That's
time.
life.
I have a hard time pinpointing you, Colby.
You're
and, like,
trying to connect
seeing
things
where
that
you're
don't
coming
have a
from.
connection.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
It's a
we'll talk
movie,
about that
dude. It's a movie.
Isn't that what geniuses do, though?
Yeah. You ever seen Good Will Hunting? That's me.
He solved a math problem that was
Yep.
impossible to solve. You're
How
trying to
is-
connect-
how is
you're
he at
trying
the
to connect
blackjack
a Will
table?
Ferrell movie.
No,
Oh, I don't play blackjack anymore. I play Ultimate Hold'em.
Ultimate Hold'em. I'm a 3 and 4 card poker guy myself.
Oh, dude, I can play 3-card poker if I'm in a good mood. I love just like when you hit a couple bonuses.
I'll finish with a quick story for you guys, and then we'll wrap it up. 3-card poker. Me and Ashley had been dating for, I want to say, a couple months, and I took her to Tunica, and we went to the casino. We went down there, and we were playing 3-card poker. We literally sat at this 3-card poker table for like 6 hours straight, drinking and playing. So, I mean, I'm probably 10, 15 crowns in or whatever it was, and I go to stand up, and that's it. The brain turns into a vegetable, and I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back. So I'm gone. I'm completely hammered, and I go to the bathroom, and mind you, this is like when we first got together. So you're trying to impress more than when you get comfortable with them, and you're worried about everything a little more. So I go in the bathroom, and somehow I piss on my pants. I don't know how, but I pissed on my pants when I was trying to use the bathroom, and I'm like, shit, what am I going to do? So I went over to the sink, and I like poured water all over it, thinking that would justify it, saying that the sink like fucked up and whatever, but it just made me look like I pissed even more. So I try to dry it off with the blow dryer. I've got my like crotch or whatever. I can't do it. So I literally walk out of the bathroom drunk at the casino, and I'm all dressed up. Like I've got like slacks on and a dress shirt and stuff. And I walk back over there, and she's wasted too. And she's like laughing. She's like, "What happened?" I was like, "The sink blew up in the fucking bathroom, and it's crazy. There's people in there trying to clean it up." And she didn't say anything, but I knew she knew. And then I looked over at the dealer, and they were cool as shit. And it was a girl. It was like an older lady, and she just kind of winked at me and smiled. I sat back down and kept playing.
You should have just fucking taken your pants off and completely soaked them.
What I should have done. Well, yeah, but that was the funny thing is because I was so drunk, I was thinking I can fix this by putting more water on it, and then being like, but it did. It looked like I just pissed all the way down to my ankles after I did that. It's just funny. I don't know where that came from, but we were.
Well, I've done that. I've done something. Literally not like on a first date, but I've done that where I'm like, oh, only way I can fix this is get it more wet.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Okay,
that was
so
the
it's not
dumb.
just me.
I did it today with my powdered sugar on my pants. Damn, man, Jimmy, we're the same.
Taking bumps off your crotch? What?
Yeah. What?
Huh?
Jesus
what?
Christ.
Wait, wasn't there supposed to be one more thing that we're supposed to end this with, like a terrible advice? Or we gave enough terrible advice today?
So we are going to try this out, and we're not committing to anything because it's the whole under promise over whatever the fuck I said. It sounded really smart in the first episode, but we're going to try it out. So you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can do it in the comment section. You can do it on Twitter, or you can email us. We'll put an email down there as well in the description. And we want you to send us your advice questions, whether that be relationship advice, life advice, sex advice, whatever. Health advice, doesn't matter. And
we're your neighborhood therapist. We got you.
But the twist is, this is going to be a terrible advice segment. So
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. We're going to be giving excellent advice.
Okay, we're going to give you what we deem as excellent advice, but you can pretty much sure as shit guarantee it's not going to be what you want to do, but it should be funny.
You should listen to everything we say.
So we're going to try that out. So if you guys want to engage in us, we will read off, obviously, your name. If we pick your advice questions on the next, we'll do it toward the end of the next show. See how it goes. And if you guys enjoy it, we may keep doing it. It's a little way to try to interact with you guys. And we want to do that even though they're not live shows. But that may be one way. But if you guys have suggestions for the show or anything like that, definitely let us know. Let us know what guests you would like to see. I can tentatively tell you that sooner than later, Ashley Adams, the Australian, I don't even want to call her a stripper. Was she a stripper when we did PTFO?
She's a model, dude.
She's a model. But she was also on like the Australian Hustler magazine, wasn't she?
I don't remember.
Anyway, she's the one that signed her tits. PTFO got tits, and it went viral, and we had her on the show. And she's actually a video game nerd. She's really, really cool to hang out with, and she's already tweeted it.
She's a nice person. She's fun to talk to.
Yeah, she already said she would totally be down to be a guest. So we may kick off with her as our first guest. We don't know when. We're growing as a family. Us four, we're a family. We're a wolf
She might
pack.
not want to come on if you question if she's a stripper or not.
She won't care.
Okay.
I hope not.
Is she a stripper? No.
I don't remember. I was trying to get it right.
Should I set out episodes when we have guests? Because I'm definitely going to take the guests off.
Her name's not Ashley Adams though anymore. It's Laura Lux.
What?
That's her.
Oh, so she's a prostitute.
No, dude. Now she's not gonna want to come on, dude.
She's not gonna care. I think she roasted us when she was on the last one. Anyway, point is, she'll probably be a guest in the future, and you can let us know if you have any other suggestions. We want to bring you interesting people that bring something to the show and just people of interest. So keep that in mind with your suggestions. And I think we're close to the 1 hour mark. So Kyle, you wanna ramp them up, explain to them how iTunes benefits everybody because money is power and money buys happiness?
Go to iTunes right now. If you watch this whole thing and you're invested in this program, go to iTunes right now. Go leave us a review, please, a 5-star. Why not? And like I was saying before, the more we deem this as a success, the longer we're gonna do it. I mean, it's fun, but maybe like 50 episodes from now, there might have to be a little bit more than just fun involved, So like money. And so the higher we get up on these iTunes charts with you guys you guys can have a direct result with the success of this podcast. So go check out the link, iTunes, give us a review, follow us.
Kyle needs a new snowmobile.
Daddy needs a new snowmobile. Actually, I need to sell one. Anybody
We
wants to buy
do
it?
have big inspirations. Like we have we have stuff we've already talked about we'd like to do. We're not going to get into any of that because it's way down the road, but we do have like a roadmap of where we'd like this to go and on a big level. So
let's just say we're going to the White House, baby.
yeah, we're going to go
Take it
do
to
a
the
live
top.
episode at the White House.
With Trump, dude. It's going to be great.
Dude, that'd be awesome if we could get him as a
That would be
guest.
pretty damn cool to sit down.
Yeah, it's going to happen. And just remember, everyone, every girl's been a toaster strudel once or twice in her life.
A what?
Toaster strudel.
I don't get it.
Look
I
up the
think
meme.
I think this podcast.
Hey,
is over.
kids, condoms aren't cool because it feels way better without them.
End it there, Jimmy.
Doses.
That's the meaning of life right there.
You should cut it at that comment.
All right, are we good?
Yeah, just leave it there.
That's
Bye.
enough of that. Yeah, that's enough.
I'm stopping
Bye,
mine.
everybody.
Bye.